Excellencies and ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to be with you today and to be part of a distinguished forum. We come together as one big global community to discuss how best to build forward together stronger, bolder future for our communities, and how to achieve more sustainable, competitive future for education. The Saudi Vision 2030 set ambitious goals for enhancing the education system. Our promise is to prepare a future generation of highly skilled, knowledgeable youth who embody the values and national identity of Saudi Arabia. Our students will be active participant in the global community, and they will be competitive. This is our promise for them. Let me say that our view regarding the COVID-19 crisis is that it was an opportunity actually to accelerate change and reform within the educational system. Things that would have taken us years in order to change have taken us shorter time to implement, be it at a technological level, at a curricular level, or at a system level. And I will show you that some of the changes that we have done would have taken in regular times maybe 10 or more than 10 years in order to do. Yet it was done in, I would say, 2 years. At the same time, all of our KPIs regarding our educational system have grown positively greater than any period before, be it on the student achievement level, university level, research level, or what have you. We can check every KPI and we see that there is an improvement that was not happening during period of comfort zone, if we can say that. Key to the success is ensuring that youth are equipped for jobs of the future and well supported to achieve their full human capital potential and to be globally competitive as a global citizen. To achieve these goals, the Ministry of Education adopted a strategic policy reform that improve learning outcomes and education system responsiveness to future labor market needs. The reform process was accompanied by a careful planning, evidence-based decision-making, and benchmarking of international experience, and identifying key challenges and policy response to each key challenge, with targeted intervention, precision tools in order to improve the whole policy and the whole system. However, even with strategic planning and implementation, crisis and emergency can occur that have the potential to derail educational system. There was a potential that it will derail our reform, yet I think we were lucky enough, careful enough, planning with precision, and taking action with enough resources at our hands in order to improve the whole system. The COVID-19 pandemic disrupted, educational services globally, and Saudi Arabia was no exception. The school closure had the potential to derail the educational progress made by the ministry, which had to swiftly adopt alternative plans to support education continuity while mitigating potential risks of learning losses. Despite these challenges, the Saudi Vision 2030 education reform and investment made by the kingdom pre-pandemic set a solid foundation for the ministry to respond to the crisis. It was not only considered a crisis, but as I told you, it was considered as an opportunity to accelerate reform efforts and introduce even further changes and fundamental changes as well. As part of the reform effort to enhance learning outcomes, the Ministry focused on developing school readiness and orienting methods for teaching and learning towards fundamental and life skills. The Ministry expanded equitable access to quality early childhood, constructing a new classroom, partnering with the private sector, engaging all education stakeholders, hiring and training ECE teachers. In addition, reform included updating learning content, developing study plans, and making curricula adjustments. This includes introducing new subjects, textbook, emphasizing 21st century skills and competencies, promoting global citizenship and the values of peace, tolerance, and mutual understanding and cultural diversity. Curricula and learning content focused on fundamental skills and literacy, numeracy, science, while nurturing critical thinking and life skills that are relevant to student lives and future success. To integrate the new subject and accommodate student-centered teaching and learning approaches, the Ministry implemented a new tri-semester system that increased the total number of actual schooling days to 183 per year. To provide teachers with more opportunity to support student learning, particularly those struggling in specific subjects, and enables the addition extracurricular activities that can enrich student lives and support character development. The Ministry also introduced multiple pathways in secondary education that enable skills development. The pathways were based on learning interest and competencies and according to labor market needs. By mastering relevant skills, graduates can contribute to economic growth through employment and labor productivity, which ultimately strengthen the competitiveness of the Saudi economy. Based on the continuous analysis and of current and future labor market needs, the Kingdom also established more than 50 new applied colleges with professional programs. However, amid these reforms, the pandemic struck, halting education services. To mitigate the unprecedented impact of the COVID-19 on education, the Ministry supported the continuity of education, establishing Madrasati distant learning platform, which served more than 6 million students, provided synchronous and asynchronous learning environment, also launched 25 educational satellite channels covering all K-12 levels, creating Rawdati, an interactive educational platform for young children, transforming learning content into digital materials, engaging teacher, parent, student in the learning process through teacher training, parental program, tawasul, and all of that in order to engage the family in the education of their children. Lesson learned from policy reform, our response and recovery from COVID-19 crisis are the importance of having a clear vision, shared goals, and active leadership in education. Second, the crucial role of strategic and evidence-based planning and investment. Third, the necessity to leveraging and mobilizing resources towards intended goals. Fourth, the significance of building resilience by embracing agility and adjusting practices to respond to changes. Thank you.